So we're live. Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of Tea Tuesday. All right, we got a special guest with us today. So we're super excited for you guys to meet my dear friend Daryl Kalb with Gateway Mortgage. He's the area manager for Gateway, and he's got some exciting new projects or programs with his mortgage company that's giving you free money towards your down payment. Everybody loves free, right?
Yes.
So I don't know all the details because he told them to me and then I forgot. But as soon as Ashley and I finish with the stats and telling you what lovely tea we're drinking today, we're going to let him take us away with all of the details. Okay, Ashley, got your personalized cup?
Yes, ma'am. I sure do. Yes, I do.
What you sipping on?
Green tea, Blueberry Slim Life by Yogi.
Well, I today was at the Wise and I got some Yogi tea. This is a skin detox because for some reason my skin has not been doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is being fabulous, and it keeps breaking out. So this is a Soothing Rose Hibiscus skin detox. So I'm excited. I'm going to drink some of this tonight, pop me a Benadryl, and I'm going to have a good night's sleep because I was up partying too late last night.
And you talk about me. I was in the bed.
Listen, I need all things bed right now. And I just had to get up this morning and hit the ground running. And I'm so sad that I was so tired because it was a beautiful day today.
Yeah, I'll probably go hit my bike.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, we got some stats for you really quick though.
Yes,
Guess
we do.
how many houses are coming soon in Prince George's County in the next 7 days. We have 115 homes coming available in the next 7 days. So that's pretty awesome. In the last 7 days, we had 189 homes just in Prince George's County alone become active. And in the past 7 days, 267 went pending, 132 are active and under contract, and we closed 214. So very much still a seller's market. Inventory is still kind of low, but the numbers are getting back up there. And so the market is starting to stabilize. What do you got for Charles County, Ashley?
All right, Charles County. We have 37 that are coming soon to the market, 49 that are currently active for sale, ready to purchase, and 64 that have closed within the past 7 days.
Little old Charles County and those little teeny stats.
I know.
Just 2 digits. Charles County is a tight market. It really is.
It is.
Unless you're trying to get to Ruth Court in La Plata. Fully available and on the market.
Who are you selling?
And if you're a hero, you could earn up to $5,000 back on the purchase of that. So contact me today.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. All right. So listen, let's talk to my dear friend Daryl Kalb. We're not going to take a long time today, but we do want him to talk to you about what rates are doing, what programs he has out there, and how he can help you guys get into a home, because we don't want you guys to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Mm-hmm. And the rates are steadily climbing. It's going to knock you out of how much home you can purchase. So Daryl, take us away and tell me what you got.
All right, so everyone's been watching the rates right now, listening to the news, hearing how everything's going, the doom and gloom. Well, while a lot of it is true, rates have moved and rates are continuing to move. The government has backed out of buying mortgage-backed securities, which they've been talking about doing, and they're tapering every single month now. So we're about to come up on a new month of May. They're going to taper once again, so the rates are going to climb a little bit higher. We haven't had several days of a normal market recently, so it's been very volatile. We haven't had any way to be able to say, hey, here's what we can do, and then somebody gets under contract the next day or the day after, and the market has swung so much just in those 2 days that what we discussed before they went under contract may or may not be valid any longer. So It's very important to stay in contact with your lender about what's going on if you're not under contract yet. This is not a market to wait to lock in. So if you're ready to go, you lock in. Rates are not getting better. Money is not getting any cheaper. We are now coming back into a climate to where 6%, 6.5% may become the new norm very soon here.
I mean, crazy. That's like 2007 rates when I started real estate.
Yeah.
Back then, and we thought a 5 or 6% was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It
again,
was.
look, it's not
I mean,
bad.
my mortgage, when Daryl refinanced me, last summer or whatever,
Yep.
this time last year, I'm at 2.375.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do with that, you know?
You can't. It's no reason to. And that's what I try to explain to a lot of people. Like, waiting is not the game right now.
Right.
Waiting, the longer you wait, the more expensive the money's going to become. And like Preta said, that might push you out of that dream home that you could have had that now you can't because the rates moved a quarter of a point. And it can be that, I mean, rates have moved in a half a point in a day.
And so tell me, Daryl, let me ask you a question. So say, for example, the rate changes and it's a half a point, just on a rough estimate, right?
Uh-huh.
How much would that change the payment for someone?
So depending on the size of the home, I mean, if they're buying a $200,000 house, obviously it's not going to change as much as a $500,000 house. But a half a point in payment on, let's just say, a $250,000 house could be $120 a month in payment. That's the difference of, hey, I can be in this house and everything works, to, oh no, I am now, I can't put gas in my car if I buy this house.
Right.
So it really comes down to a point of, we don't want to put anyone in a position that they are house poor. I hate that. It makes me, it really upsets me when someone buys a house after listening to everything I said, and I know that they're going to be house poor, but they don't see it. And I don't want anyone to be in that spot. So my professional opinion is, if you're ready to go, you need to go, because you need to lock in a rate. You need to be proactive with this, because the market is not going to get any better. 3%, it's never coming back again. Like we saw that boat, it sailed and it's not returning back. So 6% is going to be the new norm, and it's going to continue to push. And as long as inflation keeps going the way it is, rates are going to continue to push. I mean, it's a ever-changing market right now, and by the minute, by the hour, by the day, we are doing our best to forecast what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I mean, no one has a crystal ball, so we can only see what happened yesterday and make our judgments based off of what the market is doing today. So that's my little spiel on interest rates. They are moving. They're not going to stop moving. Get in before you miss. Because house prices aren't coming down. They're going to stay stable, and they're only going to continue to move. Maybe not as high as they have been, but they're only going to continue to grow value.
It's really just going to be kind of, now we're going to probably kind of like
plateau. Yeah, like kind of plateau.
Now we're going to plateau. Yep. That's Ashley and I were in a class.
So nothing is getting cheaper. You're not going to get a better deal if you wait. It's only going to become worse for you. Yeah. So get in while you can.
Wait until next year, because next year you're going to be in an even worse situation.
It's very possible. I mean, unless, heaven forbid,
this is the thing though, because everyone's like, but rates are too high now, and so now I don't want to buy. But what I also want them to understand, rental rates are rising like crazy.
Nobody's business.
So where I'm at, the rental market where I am in Hartford County is 30% over what it was last year. So if you were paying $1,000 last year, you're now paying $1,300 this year. So I mean, and there's good luck finding a rental property for $1,300 a month. Most of them around here are $1,800 plus, and you're getting a 2-bedroom with nothing else. I mean, and you're paying someone else's mortgage payment for them. So
absolutely. So rather than sitting there and crying about the rates, and I refuse to get locked into an interest rate that high, but you're still paying off someone else's mortgage. You're not generational.
Correct.
You're not.
And here's my thing with interest rate. Interest rate's a byproduct of what you're about to do. You're going to pay an interest rate whenever you finance something. No one's upset about their 21.9% Visa card that they go to Macy's with and buy purses and shoes and furniture, right? No one's upset about the 10% rate they got on their car, or 9% rate they got on their car, because they wanted to have that car. But everyone's going to get upset about a 6% rate on the mortgage. So the way I like to look at it is, what is your comfortable payment? What are you comfortable with paying a month? If you tell me $2,000 a month, I can tell you, hey, you're shopping for a $300,000 house at 6%. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Don't look at the rate, look at the payment, because you're not paying the rate, you're paying the mortgage payment, and you're gaining wealth. You're gaining wealth every day. Every time you make a payment, you're gaining wealth. You're not losing anything.
I promise you, if rates were better, I would sell this one, because like literally the value of this home has almost doubled. And so I would sell it in a New York minute. But you know,
it's like, where are you gonna go?
You're not going to sell that house. That house is gorgeous. Everything I had to do to get you in that house, you're not selling that house.
Mind your business. Not your business.
So that's my little spiel on rates. If
right.
anyone has any questions about it or wants more detail, I'm more than happy to discuss them, one-on-one, or, if you send me a scenario, I'm more than happy to show you what the different will look like. But a lot of times the increase in interest rate really doesn't move the payment as much as people would think. So a quarter of a point, depending, like you were saying, depending on the house size, it could move you $20, it could move you $200. But it really, asking your lender what it's doing to your payment is really the only way to find out. Don't try to do it yourself. Don't think that you're a mathematician, or everybody thinks that their neighbor is the finance guru. Don't rely on your next door neighbor for info. Actually get it from someone who's doing this daily, every day for the past 20 years. You need the experience to know exactly what the market is going to do.
That's
So.
right. So tell us about these programs, Daryl.
So
with both yours this year.
So with the rise in interest rates, banks create programs for our homeowners to be able to get into the houses with little to no money out of pocket. All right. So the new program that we just got is called Diamond. It is a down payment assistance program, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer for this. You can own a home. So you don't have to sell that home either. You can keep that home and turn it into an investment and move into your new primary using this program.
That's awesome.
Yep. I can go down to a 620 credit score on this program. So you don't have to have impeccable credit to qualify for the program either. You just have to be able to qualify for the loan. With the program, I give up to 6.5% towards the down payment and closing cost. That 6% is based off of the loan amount, not the purchase price. So whatever program you choose to do, whether it's a 3% down payment, a 3.5 FHA, whether it's a 5% down payment, you can use that money to offset the cost of what you would actually need to bring.
Right. So if it was a 5% down payment program, then that would be a 95% loan.
Loan to value, correct. And we could take that 6.5% and apply it to the down payment, and then you would have 1.5% left over for closing cost.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Nice.
Which helps because as
sellers aren't giving closing.
Correct. So
all of them.
We're trying to help, and a lot of people in the market right now have the credit, have the income, they have everything they need to buy a home. They just don't have $20,000 sitting in the bank for closing costs and down payment. Gotcha. So that's where this program will come in and help them with that to get into their home. Now, with that being said, this program, really, I like to do it two ways. I like to put you into a house with no money out of pocket, and then 6 months down the road, after you've made the payments, streamline you into that lower interest rate mortgage payment. That way you got the free money and you still get the lower payment before a year is up. You lose no equity in the property because there's no closing costs associated with that streamline. Brett, I've done a couple. I did one for you. So there's no cost associated with doing that streamline when I take you out of these programs. But yeah, it's a beautiful program. It's helping a lot of people right now. It may not be for everybody, but for that person that wants to buy and is holding off because they're saving money,
let us look at it. Yeah, definitely.
Let me help you. Let me help you, and you keep your money in your bank where you need it, not in your equity in the home. So use someone else's money to buy what you want, because your money is more valuable in your pocket than it is in anyone else's. So use the bank's money. Let us help you.
That's right.
So that's the biggest program that was just released. So again, that's for people who don't have the cash to put down payments and all that. I have another program that was just released. This is for the higher end, bigger homes, 1.5 million or less. I can do bank statement only. I do not have to have tax returns or anything like that. I average the deposits that are going into the bank account over 12 months, as long as the business has been in business for 5 or more years. If it hasn't been in business for 5 or more years, I have to average over 24 months deposits. But again, this is for someone who brings in money, but at the end of the year writes off everything because, hey, who wants to pay the government when they don't have to?
Exactly.
Right.
We
so
understand.
Well, and I still haven't done my taxes.
Yeah. So, and that's when I
still haven't filed my taxes. Look, I am way behind the curve.
Yeah, I'm scared too. But that program goes to 85% loan to value. So for someone who can't, that writes off all their income because they're self-employed, this may be a program that really gets them into the house that they want to, until, whatever day they deem that they want to start actually showing all the money they make.
Gotcha. Perfect.
So those are the two programs that just got released for Gateway. They're all in-house. I do not send any of these loans to a secondary underwriter. I don't send them to an investor to get underwritten. I look across the hallway at my underwriter who is underwriting them. We underwrite it, we close it, we fund it, we service the loan. We keep everything in-house.
Gotcha.
So
The credit score on the bank statement only.
bank statement only is a 720. So
720.
they require a little higher of a credit score on that, but again, it's a little riskier of a loan.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Okay.
So, but those are the two programs that are really the gleaming cube right now, I guess you could say, that I'm pushing, because they're helping people that last year I couldn't help, but now I'm reaching back out to them. Hey, now I have a program that we got you. So it's really helping out a lot of people that needed it last year that couldn't get it, but now have it this year. So now they're actually able to buy that home that they want.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That is.
So we should get some flyers and stuff together so that we
Yes.
can put some stuff out to the folks or whatever, especially if they hit us up and they have questions about the diamond program with the up to 6.5%, or
Yep.
the payment only. I have a ton of asked.
And then obviously
Some people asked too, Ashley, about entrepreneurs wanting to get home loans, right?
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's also
That's
for young
perfect.
professionals coming out of college too, doctors, lawyers, that have a money coming in, but don't have the paycheck or like the credibility yet. So we can work with them as well. It may help them get into that house that, if they wait 5 years down the road, will be $4 million instead of $1.5 million. Right. So that it helps with that. So, I mean, obviously I have all the run of the mill programs: FHA, VA, USDA, construction to perm, 203K, full and stream. So, I mean, I'm a one-stop shop. I can do any loan that is there. And I'm fairly good at doing it.
And the MMP programs as well.
I do have the MMP program, but the Diamond program, I still have MMP. With the Diamond program, I don't have to send out. I do everything in-house. To where MMP, I have to get the loan approved. Then I have to send it to Maryland and wait for them to do their due diligence. And hopefully the person that looked at it says I have everything. That way I don't have to go to the next person that says the other girl missed something and now I need these other two forms filled out. So MMP is good, but there's always something with MMP. It's never one and done. It's always, oh, you missed checking box 12 on page 4 under section C, and you're looking at this little tiny box like this. You're like, it just says that
for me.
Yeah, it's like you're sending that back to me. And
ain't nothing wrong with your hand.
Right, and now I got to wait 72 hours for you to review it again. So that's I like MMP is a good tool. It's here for me. I have that available. But if I have the ability to, here's the other part. MMP only goes up to a 45% back end ratio, right? My Diamond program, I can go up to 55% back end.
Wow, that's
nice.
Really good ratio.
So now I would take someone MMP, great, 45%. Now, hey, you can only qualify for 270. Well, the house I really like was 300. Well, now I have that Diamond program and say, hey, I can put you in that $300,000 home now. You don't have to buy a 275 because MMP won't let you go that high.
Right.
So I have both options available. I try to avoid MMP just for sheer quickness. Right. And also the ability to give someone a little more in payment if they're okay with doing it.
Right. Gotcha. No, that's great. Actually, really good. So
amazing
programs. Yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully we'll be getting some business and doing some business together this summer, especially since the spring has sprung and the market is starting to heat up. So we'll definitely get the flyers out to all of our fans. The video, of course, will be up for replay, so we'll continue to share it so that people will know more about it. And then if you want to type us over something like with some verbiage too, I can kind of create another post to go along with it.
Yeah, just let me know what you want, because I have my Surefire program that has all the marketing materials in there. I can place we don't have to write anything. It's already pre-done.
Okay, perfect. So then Ashley and I will just email you our photos and you go ahead and put all our information in. I got your photo, Ashley. I'll send him an email with it.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
I love it.
Well, Daryl, thank you so much for coming to Tea Tuesday.
Right.
You need a detox because y'all hear my voice sounds like I've been hollering. Go and drink my detox tea. I'm going to lay in my bed and I'm going to watch some TV and pray.
Get yourself a powdered IV.
A what?
They're called powder IVs. They have them on Amazon. They're these little packs. You pour them in a bottle of water.
Oh,
And,
gotcha.
and it feels like you just got an IV. They're game changers.
Because I'm telling you, I'm struggling today.
They're game changers.
I mean, I am struggling. So.
Well,
That's because you was up way past your bedtime. That's why.
It
You
really
don't
is
operate like that on a weekday.
Yeah, you know I don't operate like that. I operate in sleep.
Right. Especially on a weekday. No, ma'am.
On a weekday. You know me, Ashley. I'll be like, all right, bye, Ashley. Get out my house. I gotta go to sleep. Thank you, Daryl. I love you. It's always been a pleasure to work with you. You've always been amazing for me. You've always done my personal loans. So, you know, I can't say anything but good things about Daryl. He's done all of my loans over the past couple of years, as far as personally. And then, of course, you know, we've had clients and stuff that we've worked.
And I come to all my settlements.
He does come to settlement. Remember that one client? I sent her your contact information today. She had a client for you.
Oh, yes. She actually reached out to me. She's on vacation. So she's supposed to be sending me some info on the client that she has for me. And then I'm going to have coffee with her next week when she gets back.
I might need to come and assist that one.
You need to.
I might need to come run interference on that one.
Uh-oh. You need to. I would love that.
All right. Well, cool. You let me know and I'll reach out to her. Yeah. She's a good girl. So actually with Sampson now. So she's a part of, you know, one of my mentees. So yeah.
Okay. She's in Virginia, right?
She lives in Maryland. Remember, we sold her house in Maryland, but her license is Virginia. So.
Okay, yeah, because her client's from Virginia, moving from Newport News to, I think, like closer to DC area.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm excited. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. You know, if you have questions, just drop it in the inbox, and we got you.
All right.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
All right. See
Bye.
ya.